Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Christopher Landon, writer, director, and producer of the Netflix movie We Have a Ghost. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Christopher, I see that you have this thing with you. You like the paranormal. This is your thing, huh?
Yeah. I believe in ghosts. I really do.
I love it. And when you were adapting this short story, Ernest, Jeff's short story, into this film and making it a feature film, does that present a difficult challenge for you? Or did you just open up the pages and just run wild with it? Because
I definitely opened up the pages and went wild. It's funny. Like I read the short story. I was so taken by it, but I also I had this immediate clarity of what I knew the movie should be, what the movie version of this should be. And I was so passionate about it because it felt like it was my opportunity to really tell an Amblin story through my lens, that would be filled with sort of things that I really love. So yeah, it was one of those, I sat down, I started to write, and I kind of didn't stop.
That's so cool. That's so cool. And I just thought it was so interesting. And I was talking to Anthony about it. And I was talking to David about it, and I was just saying, this is sort of the world that we're living in, where you have a ghost, and you think like, oh my gosh, we have a ghost. Let's pack it up. I don't want to be here. I don't even know if I want to live anymore. Maybe I'm a ghost. But people are like, oh well, let's go ahead and just start a YouTube channel and let's just go social media with it. And I feel like that's a very realistic thing in terms of the world that we're living in. So I thought that was really interesting that you were able to weave that into the plot in a way that we could relate to the idea that would happen that way.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. You've got people now, people are live streaming from their, people's funerals to their births to their it's everything. So I think it's a very relatable thing that we're all kind of experiencing the world through our phones now.
I will tell you this. I did go to a funeral. I went to a wake, and somebody was on Snapchat, and they were Snapchatting the body, and it was real. So
I'm telling you, there's no shame. There's no shame anymore.
Is somebody gonna stop this person?
I mean, it's crazy. It's so true, though.
It is, and I know that you guys filmed this in New Orleans, and I do know that Anthony is a native, and I was telling, he's like, listen guys, he's like, you don't wear silk in New Orleans, and he's like, drink a lot of water, and that's the best way to keep cool. So I mean, what was that like? I know at some point you guys even shut down production.
Yeah, it was balls hot.
Yeah.
It was imagine. Real steamy. Yeah. I got real familiar with swamp ass, as Anthony would call it. We got through it. It was hard. Yeah. It was really hard. And we got shut down every day.
Wow. Yeah.
Because of lightning. You can't film if there's lightning. So we would stop and a couple hours would pass and we'd start back up again. And then we had a hurricane. And
totally shut down.
And that was devastating for the city, So we were more worried about just all of our friends and people that we've come to really love there. But we got through it. We made the movie. We did it. But
you made a great movie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Christopher, we'll talk later because I have a lot of questions to ask you.
Okay. Anytime.
Okay. Once again, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Christopher Landon. He was the writer, director, and producer of this Netflix movie, We Have a Ghost. It's one of those movies that everybody can watch together. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the family if you want something kind of spooky, but then there's some really interesting, social, themes in there as well. But it's a great film, guys. And it's on Netflix, February 24th. Once again, it's We Have a Ghost. Great film. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you subscribe, and ring that bell.